Hello and welcome everybody for day 2 here of the sailing event as we are in Pattaya here in Thailand for the SEA Games, the 33rd edition of the SEA Games. I am joined on by my side here by Mickey. Mickey, hello, how are you?
Hi, Jan. Thank you for having me today. We're looking forward to some amazing racing out here in the Gulf of Thailand for the 33rd Southeast Asian Games. Wow. What good racing we had yesterday, no?
Unbelievable racing we had yesterday. We had the wind was up. We had some waves. We had all sorts of crazy adventures. We had teams getting some great starts, others not so good. We've had drama on the race course. It was really a full day of action-packed sailing yesterday. It looks like today we should be seeing some of the same. I see that the breeze is turning to the left, and some of the waves and a little bit stronger winds are coming down towards us. So we'll be excited to get out there and to see what's going on out on the water. Let's take a look right here at the overall results so far. So we had 3 races yesterday, Thailand winning 2 of them and Myanmar winning the race number 3 yesterday. So in total, we have Thailand in first, followed by Malaysia, Myanmar, Philippines, and Vietnam. We still have a couple races left, 5 races left. If we do manage to race 8 races in total, the worst result for each team will be dropped.
Yeah, definitely. And Thailand is doing really good for the first day racing, and I'm sure they're feeling really good coming into the next 2 races that we have, and looking unsure after what they've had yesterday. Wow. I'm sure they've really got it together today.
Yeah, it'll be really interesting to see what's going on yesterday. Yesterday was kind of a tough day for everybody to try to get out there and see what these boats were like. Some of these teams did manage to come train before, but not in the same conditions that we had yesterday. So let's keep this moving right along. as we will now show you some of the entry lists and some of the highlights of yesterday. Welcome to the first day of the 33rd SEA Games in Pattaya, Thailand. In the mixed sailing team events, we have 5 teams competing. The weather conditions today were exceptional. 30 degrees Celsius, 16 to 18 knots of wind, and a good 1 meter chop. In race 1, we saw Thailand take a commanding lead and never looking back. Arriving for the second time at the weather mark, Myanmar had a huge problem and didn't manage to bear away. Thailand took the first win of the week, setting themselves up for success. Second race, the Philippine boat getting the very best start from everybody, followed by Malaysia, Myanmar, and Thailand with great speed. The Philippines weather mark. It was a close race on the first as Thailand, however, had a huge problem with the first leeward gate and losing their lead. On the second windward, there was a huge duel between Malaysia and Thailand. Thailand managing to get out in front and stay out in front, get the second win of the day. Race 3 saw a super hairy start for Team Philippines as they almost crossed the line early. As Team Thailand and Team Malaysia get back together at the leeward gate, there was disaster in the air as Team Thailand put their spinnaker into the water. Just behind them followed Malaysia. Malaysia too had problems with their spinnaker, not managing to pull the jib up. This was the opportunity for Team Myanmar to get back into the race as they dropped their spinnaker early, rounding the leeward gate with ease and taking the lead. Myanmar managed to stay out in front, keep their lead, and finish first for race number 3. After 3 races, we see Thailand in the lead with 5 points, followed by Malaysia, Myanmar, Philippines, and Vietnam.
Well, we've been lucky enough to have Her Majesty on board with us, and she's done a really good job of bringing the whole team together and making sure that we as a group are all composed and doing the jobs that we need to do.
Oh, you saw what happened out there yesterday. We saw a lot of excitement as
So today is a new day, new opportunities for you guys. What is your strategy for today's racing?
Okay, I think yesterday was a wake up call for us. We have not been in the boat for a while in this strong breeze, so we kind of learning again. And today we know what we need to do, and we try to improve it. Stay clean, do less mistakes, and sail smart.
And do you have a feeling inside you that you're hunger for more in that racing?
Yeah. As you all know, the Malaysian team never give up. We will keep coming, chasing until the end. That's the spirit we will carry until the end. So, I mean, like the crew is in a good spirit. That's the important thing, and we will see today that we will give 100%, 200% what we have, and let's see how it goes.
So to summarize everything, you're ready to take the lead of the SEA Games today.
We will try our best. The Thai team looks strong, but anything can happen, and we just have to stay positive and sail smart. Thank you.
di mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, tulang ka ng magiting sa malulog. Di ka pasisiit sa dagat at bundok, sa simoy at sa langit mong mugaw. May dilagang tula, tawid sa paglayang minamahal. Ang kislap ng watawat mo'y tagumpay na naglilingling. Ang bituin at araw niyang kay kamay magdidilim. Lupa ng araw na walang makipagsinta, buhay langit sa mundo. Ang ligaya ng pagmay mga aking, ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo. Philippines, fight! Việt Nam tiến lên!
next team is Team Philippines. Team Philippines in the bow, we have Joel. Mid-bow, Wok. And in the pit, we have Plorin. Trimmer is Rish Lee. Offset trimmer is Ileza. Grinder number 1, Troy. Floater will be Colleen. Mainsail, Rubin. At the helm, we have Ridge Lee. And tactician is Emerson. Last team is Vietnam. On the bow for Team Vietnam, we have Matt. Mid-bow, we have Jaum. In the pit, we have Ha. The trimmer is Tong. The offset trimmer is Vicky. We have Nyong. Grinder is Min. Floater, An. Mainsail, D. And at the helm, the captain of the team, Dong. So that is your lineup for all 5 teams. And here is a great picture of the boats that are getting ready. We see the starting line on our left-hand side. And as they will be, they are jostling now for positions. We don't have time yet, so we don't really know if how much time we have until the beginning of the race. Oh, there it is. So we are about to start racing. 4 minutes and 15 seconds before the start. This is the last couple seconds where they can have any sort of outside assistance. In 5 seconds, they will be officially racing.
Yeah, indeed. And as like we had yesterday, it's going to be the same type of course. It's going to be a windward-leeward course, and it's going to be a couple laps with a downwind finish. And it's going to be very interesting to see how the different teams are going to approach it today. As compared to yesterday, the breeze is already in. It has shifted left like forecasted, and looks like amazing conditions like we had yesterday as well.
Yeah, so before, as the boats were coming out here, the breeze was around 340 degrees, so almost dead north. And we do expect that breeze to shift a little bit left. It should be around 330, 320 degrees right now. We will be able to see that as soon as we get a picture of the race committee boat and where we know what angle of the what is the axis of the race course. There it is, 320 degrees. So that's exactly like yesterday. You see those flags out there in the front. So starting with the black flag, that means that this is the category of boats that we're sailing. The orange one is the starting line. And the blue and white square right there means that we are within 4 minutes of the starting procedure. At 1 minute before the start, that flag will go down and we'll be ready for racing. So everything is set to start, and we see that the wind is already up. The waves are already starting. They're just going to get bigger and bigger as the day goes on. Temperature, a nice 31 degrees right now, 11 to 12 knots. I'm thinking there might be a little bit more than 11 to 12 knots right now.
Oh, yeah, definitely right now with those white caps showing in our beautiful Gulf. It's going to be a bit more than that. So, yeah, building on to what we had yesterday, it's going to be quite interesting to see how Philippines is going to lead the start. They had an excellent build-up and setup from yesterday, and the start pretty much dictates the first leg of the race.
Yeah, it pretty much dictates the race, as you said, and we see the starting line. Yesterday, they gave him a pretty big starting line. I think it was something like 140 meters or something like this. And it looks, I have the impression the starting line is just a little bit smaller today. So that might be because there's a little bit less wind also than yesterday. We'll see what happens. But we do want to see today, we want to see the Philippines. We expect them to get a good start. They've been getting really the best starts out of everybody on the last couple of days. Thailand has gotten unbelievable speed. And even though they didn't get the best starts, they've got the best speed. So they've been managing to catch up to people. Vietnam has been sort of on the back foot yesterday. It was a lot of wind for them. So I would really want to see these boats here. We see Vietnam at the top of your screen right there. So we're seeing them a little bit closer, sailing a little bit more aggressive. Now 1 minute to the start. So they're up there. They're getting themselves set up. It's just a question of time and distance. As you see, all the boats right now are on the right-hand side of the starting line because they will be sailing on a starboard tack, and they have the right-of-way over boats that are sailing on port, like, for example, Myanmar right now, which is just coming in, just put in a tack, and is going to set themselves up a little bit underneath the whole pack, which is actually a really powerful position right there.
Yeah, definitely with this one-side track that we have going on right now with the consistent
30
wind
seconds.
breeze. It's
Really,
gonna be
I
interesting,
think Myanmar right there is a little bit late. The Philippines maybe a little bit early.
Maybe Team Philippines and Malaysia here is trying to hold off Team Thailand in between. It seems like they're in a little bit of a sandwich. It seems like they're building up speed now with the bowman at the front, trying to coordinate with the helmsman
10
and the
seconds
team.
to go here before the start.
Building
Oh,
up
it
speed.
looks like they're a little bit early. 6 seconds. They're going to have to bear away. They can't really bear away unless the other boat goes away. So everybody's a little bit early, but it looks like it's
And
going to be
we're
a
off.
clean start. And it is. Oh, look at that. Great start. That was very, very close. I see a race committee that no flags have gone up, no individual recall. So it looks like we have ourselves a good race. Wow, what a close start.
Oh, definitely. Look at Team Thailand just above, having a nice space in between them and the Philippines, and they're going to manage to execute their speed like we've seen them yesterday. We're going to see Team Malaysia just below. We're on board right now with Team Myanmar. Looks like they're doing quite well, but all those three boats in the middle there, they're really squeezing hard.
That boat that's right in the middle, right there in the front, which is, I believe, the Philippines are stuck between Thailand and Malaysia, right there. So they're getting sort of squeezed out the back.
Yeah, definitely not what we saw yesterday, and it looks like Thailand has really brought together their racing plan for today. And
There's
they
some.
executed a good
Look.
start.
You see that? You see how he's sort of rocking himself back and forth? It actually doesn't do anything to the boat whatsoever. But it's you just see how much he's in it. He's trying to feel the boat. He's trying to get that boat to go a little bit faster. All right, let's take a look here at a replay of the start. What an exciting start this was. Take a look at this right here as we've got two boats a little bit early on the left-hand side right here. They're having to bear away, and the number one's right there just telling their skippers, okay, you can go now. You can't tell right there, but that was just inches away from being over the
Definitely,
line.
yeah. You can see here Philippines having to bear away before and killing all their speed, and you can see the momentum of Team Malaysia and Team Thailand just pulling them through, edging forward of Team Philippines as they're just trying to build up their speed. And here's the story now. Philippines having to tack out, and Team Thailand and Team Malaysia leading the charge to the left. Like
Yeah,
we saw
Philippines
yesterday,
getting squeezed out the back over there. They had no choice. They were going out to the right-hand side. I'm happy to see that Vietnam has also decided to not stay in the perturbed air of the three front boats. So we've got right now three boats off to the left-hand side. So that would be Thailand, Malaysia, and Myanmar off to the left. And off to the right-hand side, the Philippines and Team Vietnam. As we've got this great drone shot right now, as we see Team Malaysia really hiking out there and trying to go as fast as possible. They are currently in a difficult situation, stuck between Thailand and Myanmar.
Yeah, definitely.
There they are.
Yeah, there you go. You can see how Team Malaysia is going to try and maybe find some speed, maybe a seventh gear compared to Team Thailand, but that's going to be very difficult with Team Thailand having such excellent speed as we saw yesterday.
Yeah, really important for that middle boat right there to be able to choose their line, choose their lane, and to go really as fast as possible. So to go fast, you can sort of bear away from the wind, and that'll get you to go a little bit faster. Of course, then the problem is you're not going towards your objective. So it's a difficult situation right now for Malaysia as we are on board with Team Thailand right now. Team Thailand is in the most comfortable position right now, able to attack whenever they want.
Yeah, definitely. They're the front leading off to the left side, and as we saw yesterday, the further away from shore we are, there seems to be a little bit more breeze, maybe a knot or two, and within all these SSL47 one-design boats, every single advantage that you can get will help out. And Team Thailand seems very comfortable right there, and I don't think that we'll have to make a decision and just have to wait to respond to Team Malaysia. So I wouldn't want to be in the Malaysian shoes right now, but we'll see how it turns out in the next few minutes.
Yeah, it's really tough for Malaysia right now because they have no opportunity. They cannot tag. If they attack, they're going to be passing behind Thailand, and that just means going in the bad air of Thailand. And on top of it, Thailand could tack on top of them again. That would just be catastrophic for Team Malaysia. So right now, Malaysia's just got to sit here, hang on, and see what happens and see what Thailand decides to do if they decide to tack. So right now it's just a drag race here as you see the boats going out over to the left. So you were saying a little bit more pressure out on the left-hand side. That's true, but there's also with pressure, with we call it pressure, but we're talking about wind. You've got waves as well. So more wind, but more waves slowing you down.
Yeah, definitely. We can see right now with this beautiful 3D view that we're so lucky to have on this first edition of the Southeast Asian Games. Team Philippines out to the right, and you can't count them out. They found another groove, and they're still in the contention. So even if Team Thailand there on the left is leading the charge, you cannot count Team Philippines out. And
I really like what Team Philippines is doing right now as they're coming back into the center of the race course. And that's tactically is a really good position for them because that means that whether the wind shifts left or right, etc., they're not going to be in any one of those excess. So they're sort of playing the safe card right now. If the wind were to shift left, they wouldn't be too far behind. If it shifts right, they're right up in the front. So.
Yeah, definitely. So the more distance Team Philippines put between the leaders, the more chance they have with a small wind shift.
There we go. So Malaysia right now just putting in their tack. They couldn't take it anymore. They've had enough of being stuck between two boats, and they've decided that's it. We're going off to the right. We'll see what happens. So they've tacked over to the right, and what happens? Thailand tacks right on top of them.
There you go.
Right, so that's what we call it. It would be disaster if Thailand were to tack right on top of it, and that's exactly what they did. So now Malaysia has got to tack back again. So Malaysia right now has done 2 tacks. They've lost quite a lot of speed, and they're going back off to the left, which is not where they wanted to go in the first place.
No, not at all. It looks like we're coming into a port starboard situation. It'd be quite interesting to see if Myanmar can duck behind. Looks like they are able to. And yeah, building upon what you said, Jan, this double tack situation in these heavy boats, it's definitely, it's not what you want to do. It's a sign of death. You just lose all the speed and you got to rebuild. As you can see right now, Team Malaysia is now 40 meters behind Team Thailand just from that double tack maneuver.
Yeah, and they're going to lose some more because they're going to have to tack a 3rd time in order to get back into the middle of the race course. So tough sailing right now for the Malaysian boat. Myanmar boat, it's sticking in there. And I think there has been a right-hand shift because looking like Philippines are now the leaders. Philippines went off to the right and have centered themselves in the middle of the playing field here.
Yeah,
And
it looks like they took the lead so far. So, good times to be in Team Philippines right now. And it might, Team Malaysia has gone for attack, and it seems like it's quite shifty out there, Jan. So every little shift you have to take, it's crucial.
Well, Team Philippines right now have only put in 2 tacks. And as opposed to this team right here that we're seeing, they've already put in how many? 1, 2, 3 tacks. At least 3 tacks. So this team has got 1 more tack in than the others. So interesting. Also, definitely the less maneuvers you're going to be making, the less you're going to be losing. You lose about 10 meters every time you tack.
Yeah, definitely, and I'm sure it isn't according to what Captain Nizam wants to execute today. As in our previous interview, he said he wanted to keep it simple, keep it clean, and sail smart. So he's for sure frustrated with the situation he's put in so far.
But look at this right now in 4th and 5th place. 5th place we have Vietnam. Vietnam has never been this close to all the others. If the wind is shifting right, that's a very good thing for Team Vietnam. So. Team Vietnam only 3 meters behind Myanmar, which is in the middle of the race course. Let's see what happens as the boats get closer to the windward mark. Could this be... here we go.
Wow.
Vietnam in 4th place. So looks to me like the wind has shifted off to the right. And this is going to be paying for the Philippines for sure, going off to the correct side of the race course. Myanmar coming back into the middle. Vietnam getting that advantage. But Vietnam still fighting for between 4th and 5th place. Looking very concentrated on this team.
Yeah, with this onboard footage, it's incredible to have all this technology involved in our sport of sailing. It really brings another perspective for all the viewers as we have. It's a bit hard to have spectators in our sport, and incredible stuff.
Yeah, it's hard. I mean, we're not in an arena here. We're out in the middle of the ocean in Thailand Bay, as a matter of fact, right out in front of Pattaya. here for the Southeast Asian Games. Right now, I would like to see Team Vietnam
there
putting
you
more
go.
weight outside.
Looks like Team Philippines just tacked on to Team Thailand, putting him into a world of hurt. Before this, we saw Team Thailand tacking onto Team Malaysia. Well, it's,
And on the
it's a
right-hand
close
side of
call.
the screen right over there, now you've got Vietnam, Myanmar, which are coming back into the... Vietnam and Myanmar have the right of way. So let's see what's going to be happening here as Team Vietnam and Malaysia perhaps are going to be coming back into contention with the two other boats. As you see, everybody's now getting closer and closer. Yes, we are 1,000... No, we are 500 meters away, so we are getting up to the top of the race course. Take a look here what's happening. This could be very, very good for Team Vietnam, as Team Vietnam and Team Thailand are coming closer and closer together. It looks as though Thailand right now has managed to pass in front of Vietnam. So we're looking at a huge right-hand shift if we look at the tracker. You look at the tracker earlier, just before we saw that the boats were sort of shifted. I really believe there is a right-hand shift.
Yeah, as we can see right now, as those that went right, they have definitely gained a lot. And good tack so far from Vietnam, and they did say they're quite light, but they are hanging in there so far. And as we lead up to the 400 meters towards the top mark, the teams are going to have to decide which side they want to approach this top mark. And of course, the safe side would be from the right side, where you are coming in on starboard. You have right of way compared to the left, and it seems like all the teams do want to finish off on that side. Maybe they see a little bit more pressure as well. And as we see, we have Team Philippines just putting Thailand in a lot of pain. They are attacking, and it seems like they have reached the ley line. And wow.
So here we go. We're on board right now with Team Philippines. As you say, Mickey, they should be on the ley line. So this is the last straightaway for this team to try to make it to the windward mark, as we see Team Thailand just behind them. And look at that, Team Vietnam. We don't see them in the picture yet, but they're right there. They're on a port tack, and they're probably just going to tack right underneath the Myanmar team and place themselves in a very, very good position. Let's see what they do here. Yes.
Well, I hope they didn't tack too early, because if they undershoot this mark, they're going to have to put in another maneuver, and that's really not going to spell good news for Team Vietnam. And as all the teams are slightly above Team Vietnam, they might be in a world of hurt not getting so much.
Yeah, the
clear
problem
wind.
is Team Vietnam right there has tacked, in the bad air of all these boats. I think that the other boats were so over ley line that it actually is not going to cause a problem. I mean, it looks like Vietnam's not going to have any issues.
Wow, look how close this racing is.
Getting to the
They're all
weather
within
mark.
100 meters of each other. That's
This is
incredible.
the closest racing we've seen so far.
Yeah, it looks like they're rounding the top mark, going towards the dog leg and preparing for the next downwind leg. We saw a lot of problems yesterday with their big bearways, and it all comes down to the maneuvers and if they can hoist as fast as we can. We can see Vietnam right now at the top mark. They are pointing just to try and get around this top mark, and looks like Team Myanmar is going to roll over
the
them.
inside line right here on Team Vietnam, so very good. This is the best sailing we've seen from Team Vietnam so far. Very, very nice to see them in the challenging right here. Sailing against Team Myanmar that won a race yesterday. As we see, Philippines have managed to put up their spinnaker, their asymmetrical spinnaker right there. We see Thailand in the back also doing a great job. Got a great bearway. We've got two spinnakers up now. This is going to be the moment right now. Let's see what's happened just back here. This is a crucial moment for the Vietnamese team, which look like they haven't put their spinnakers up yet. Myanmar is doing everything they can to get that spinnaker up faster than the others.
Smart play here by the Filipinos with the right shift. You definitely want to try and jibe as early as you can to get onto the direct path to the bottom mark. Wow,
we know that the Vietnamese team, their strong point is not the spinnaker, and we're seeing they're having a little bit of issues getting that spinnaker up over in the back. So we do have ourselves a 3-boat race for second place out here in front, and we see Team Thailand deciding to stay on the starboard tack. Oh no, putting in a jibe right now.
Yeah, you can see Team Malaysia as well identifying that right shift and having to jibe early just to get onto the shortest distance toward the mark and having as much speed as they can. It looks like Team Myanmar and Team Vietnam are trying to find something out towards the right side looking downwind, but Thailand has tacked as well, as we can see right here. And wow, Philippines have built a lead already, 40 meters just from a jibe.
So, very nice. Team Philippines, we saw them yesterday with great starts. Today they've got a great start. They've got the speed. We've seen them get up to we're first place right now, and sailing really well, not taking any risks. I think it being the most moderate decisions of all the teams, trying to stay in the middle of the race course on the way up. And right now we see that Philippines is going back to the right-hand side of the race course. Perhaps there is a little bit more pressure on the right-hand side.
Yeah, definitely. And compared to what we had yesterday, I just hope Team Philippines keeps it simple and smart and finish this race win. And it's going to put Thailand in quite an interesting situation, as I think this first leg, Team Thailand was really trying to cover Team Malaysia and put them on the back leg of them. And as you can see, it paid off with Team Malaysia being 4th overall.
Yeah, I don't know how much of a good idea that is to be already starting to cover different boats. Right now, we still have 5 races left until the end of the SEA Games here. It's really important to just consistency, as we were saying yesterday. And right now, it looks as though Thailand is consistent, right? They're currently in 2nd place. So it's a good place, good safe place for Thailand. Obviously,
Yes.
they'd like to be first, but being 2nd isn't so bad, especially because if you look right here, they're only 70 meters behind the leaders. 3rd place is a good 200 meters back behind the leaders. So there's quite a distance between 2nd and 3rd place.
Yes, definitely. And as we had the interview from Dylan on board yesterday with their big catastrophe at the bottom mark, losing that spinnaker, having to put into the bag and then rehoisting it. Wow.
Yeah, it turns out that that wasn't the same spinnaker. So inside the boats, they have 2 spinnakers. So if you notice, the second time they hoist the spinnaker, there wasn't a flag in there, and so that was their spare spinnaker. That's why it went up so well.
Yeah, well, good job on Team Thailand. But I did hear on board through our shore team saying that the Queen, Her Majesty herself, really kept the team together, and she's definitely a superstar in this team, and it's such an honor to have her representing our country, Thailand, at the Southeast Asian Games this year.
Yeah, she's definitely not just representing. We definitely saw her yesterday hiking really hard. We also saw her putting on the spinnaker back into that bag, and she was doing just a lot of work. Tactically speaking, she led that boat very well as well. 2 wins yesterday. It's not because you're sailing on the wrong side of the race.
Yeah, definitely not. Yeah, definitely not. Here we can see Team Philippines. Looks like they've got another groove. They've kept their lead in front of Team Thailand so far, and it'll be interesting to see when they put in another jibe to head towards that bottom mark, and they are sailing well, Jan. They are sailing very well.
Just explaining a little bit what's happening to all you guys that are watching right now on the downwind. You're saying, well, all right, they just go straight, right? Well, actually, what they're doing is they're trying to get a little bit of speed, and in order to be able to go faster, they have to sail away from their objective. And so that's the whole trick. It's to go faster, sail away from their objective, and then bear away and then go back to where you want to come, where you actually want to go. That's why they have to trim those kites. That's why you're seeing the grinders work. Like right now, he's trimming in the kite, so they're trying to go up towards the wind, catch a little bit of speed, and then once they've got that speed, or they catch a wave, and then they'll bear away and they'll go. See right now? So he's bearing away. He's going off to the right-hand side. Boat's getting a little bit flatter, and now he's going to pick up some speed. There we go. And now they're going to do it all over again.
Yeah,
but I think they're putting in a jibe right
Looks
here.
like Team Philippines is preparing for a jibe. And,
What? Look at this shot. Awesome drone shot right there.
This is phenomenal shots of the sailing. It's the first time we've ever had this type of footage in the Southeast Asian Games, and it all can't be done without the SSL. So it's really an honor to have these amazing boats as well, these one-design boats. Wow.
And now
Look
putting
at
the
this
boat.
shot.
Yeah. So you saw right there, they're putting the spinnaker, getting the spinnaker full, easing it out, and then getting the boat flat. That's the best way to get some speed out of each one of these jibes. As you do a jibe in these boats, you can pump the boat. So that means that you can use the weight of the 730 kilos of your crew and move it in one moment and get a little bit more of a pump action going on.
Looks like Team Thailand just put in a jibe as well, and looks like they're trying to put Team Philippines in a little bit of bad air. And with these sails that we have, they are trying to squeeze as much speed out of these sails as they can.
So if we look at Thailand right here, you see the trajectory they have right now. They're going to have to sail really low in order to get in between those two gates. The lower they go, the slower they sail. On the opposite side, the Philippines, they're a little bit further outside of the race course. They can keep that high angle. As you see that there's a difference right there between the two boats and the heel angle. As Philippines will have more heel angle, they'll be going a little bit faster than Thailand. So I think we should be seeing the Philippines getting to the mark or to the gate first. But let's see what happens down at the gate.
We might get a boat-on-boat situation going on here, Jan. If Thailand does want to round that bottom mark looking to the right, they will have inside room. This is a special rule where if you go within the 3 boat lengths, the boat that has the inside with overlap, they have the right of way, meaning that the outside boat, in perspective, will have to give clear way for that boat to round clearly. So yes, we can see Team Philippines squeezed right now, and wow, looks like Team Thailand has built a little bit of a lead so far. So
it looks like Thailand right there in a good puff, managing to actually get a lot of speed. So they'll be getting to the gates before the other team. Now that's an early drop. They want to take their time and to make sure that they don't have the problems like yesterday. Thailand dropping in early.
We have a split.
And it looks like a Kiwi drop right there, perhaps, or not. No, it's just a windward drop.
Yeah, it looks
It's
like
it's sort of a mix between a Kiwi and a windward drop right there. So we do have a split. Philippines going off to the right-hand side. Thailand's going off to the left.
Gotta get that jib in. Oh, they're pointing too high. They killed a lot of that speed.
Yeah, they pointed really high, and they still have their bow spread out. If they have their bow spread out, they could potentially get a penalty. So...
Yeah,
protest. Yeah, there we go.
Oh,
so Thailand is protesting probably from that bowsprit, saying, hey, what's up? They've got the bowsprit out. Now we'll see what the jury says, whether they decide to or not accord that, to give that penalty to the Philippines.
Yeah, definitely. We have live calls on the water, so whatever happens on the water, these boats, as you can see, these speed boats with the J on the sails, they will be making decisions on the fly, and not like traditional sailing where you will have to come back on shore and go into a protest room, just like a jury, to see who is right or wrong. All decisions are made on the water. So I really like what Team Philippines is doing here. They're really having to make Thailand make a decision, and having to make decisions and responding is a lot easier than having to make a decision. So Team Thailand here tacking back to try and cover Team Philippines. But from what we saw in the first beat, the right side did pay off. So Philippines' plan makes a lot of sense, Jan.
I've just asked a question to our jury that's on the water, so we'll see what he replies to us, whether they did give that protest or did they accord the protest from Thailand on Philippine right there. For the time being, it looks like, look at what Thailand has decided to do. Now Thailand is deciding to come back in the middle of the race course.
Yes. We can see Thailand are in the middle here trying to cover off Team Philippines off to the right. But if we look to the bottom of our screens, we can see Team Malaysia here. Maybe they're going to try and sneak out a little wind shift off from the left, maybe get a little bit more breeze, put more distance between the boats, and just try to get as much advantage as they can and come back into this race. They are fast, and we know that they can read these conditions very well, and they're a pretty strong team.
Yeah, they're definitely opting for doing the least amount of maneuvers as possible. As we see everybody here really getting the weight out and hiking hard. This is one thing that I love about this team is they're always out there. Always. Physically, this is a really strong team.
Yeah, they don't give up, and I really like their spirit so far, fighting Tiger Spirit. Now here they go for attack to come back to the middle towards the right side. Yesterday we saw them execute a few poor maneuvers, and they lost a lot of speed and losing distance when they had that attacking duel with Team Thailand yesterday in race number 3.
Yeah, they were saying that haven't sailed in these strong conditions for a while. It's true that when they did come in for the training about a month ago, the conditions were not at all like this. It was a lot lighter, so they did train on the boats, but in light conditions. Now they've got a pretty heavy air out there. Today is a little bit lighter than yesterday, but it's definitely still blowing.
Yeah, but we can see that their gamble towards the left side hasn't paid off yet. They're about 237 meters so far from the leaders, and I think they're just hoping for a little bit of a left shift to bring them up to the front. They've really got to get that power in and just go as fast as they can, but Team Thailand just charging ahead, as we can see over here, with their black sails, with their black bibs, and Team Philippines out there on the right. So.
Yeah, and what I'm looking at right now is the halyard. You see the halyard for the spinnaker halyard right there is a white. It's on top. It's behind the mainsail. So they're going to have to take that halyard and put it out in front of the spreaders. You see, we can sort of see them. Somebody's trying to move them probably from the bottom, because if we try to hoist a spinnaker with that halyard behind the spreaders right there, it's going to cause all sorts of problems. The halyard, the spinnaker could get caught on those. And so they're going to have to, that's something they're going to have to sort on their way up. Here we are on board now with Team Thailand and Her Majesty the Queen Sutida, which is in the back. I don't think we can see her. She's
hiking hard.
She's hiking hard, and she's behind the helm. We have Dawn that just stood up right there in the back. And everybody else is just hanging out over the side. You notice how they don't have any straps on their feet, so they're just holding on by with their hands.
Whoa, slip over there from Tam. Tam is our local legend from Satahip. He competed over the last week in the Southeast Asian Games in the 470 and clinched a gold, so congratulations to him again. They have a really stacked team this year for Team Thailand, and looks like they want to do well this event in the Southeast Asian Games, and hopefully towards the SSL Gold Cup later in the years.
Yeah, that's true. We have the SSL Gold Cup qualifiers that are coming up after the SEA Games, and well, they won't be participating in that because they've already qualified themselves.
They have qualified, have they? Congratulations to them, as well as this team that we have right here, Team Malaysia. They've managed to gain 100 meters back, so it looks like there has been a little bit of a left shift, and that really did reduce the distance between the boats. And wow, you can see the two boats now on the right. They have tacked over. I'm not sure if that is Team Thailand, but I think that might be the
like
Team
Vietnam,
Philippines.
right?
Yep, they have tacked over so far, and we'll see how they converge towards that ley line over here. Team Malaysia's got to get that bow down and go fast, and they got to close that distance.
Yeah, let's see what happens here with Team Malaysia. If the left-hand shift was paid, as we see right now that the gap is getting smaller and smaller to the leaders. As if you look distance right now, only 140 meters. It's coming back up right now. So we'll see what's happened, whether it was a good choice to go off to the right-hand side. Definitely right now for Malaysia, that would have been their second tack on their way up, as opposed to all the other boats right now who have already put in 3 tacks. So they're trying to really put in the least amount of tacks as they can.
Yeah, it looks like they had an issue right there with the winch, and not having everyone out off the side, getting that boat down flat, getting maximum speed. Yeah, it's really tricky, and in these conditions, you got to get as much speed as you can. You can see the jury just behind here, following these boats, and they're keeping an eye on everyone and making sure that everyone is following the rules and doing well, I'd say.
Yeah, for the time being, I mean, there's nothing we can say, nothing that we can see. I guess what we can see is that they have a nice clean boat. No, in comparison to some of the other boats, a clean boat is a really good sign of a team that's ready and that has had time to be able to clean up their boat. Here on team, see how clean this Malaysian boat is. Everything is already set up and everything's ready for the downhill, or downhill. Sorry, for the downwind. We saw on the Thai boat there was a little bit more stuff out in the middle, so they're going to have to right there. So they're going to have to clean that boat up a little bit before getting up to the weather mark. And the problem is you could have some knots, some ropes getting caught into one another. It happens so quickly, and one little mistake can make the whole thing.
Yeah, if you're slow in that hoist and you're a second or two behind, you're losing big meters, and that's where you win or you lose everything with these hoist and drops. And as we can see, that Team Malaysia right now has gone for attack. Oh, we're so lucky to have this 3D view right now. It really helps put into perspective where all the boats are and what's going on. And yeah, it looks like Team Thailand is leading the charge on that ley line. They have put in attack. Looks like they are not making that ley line. And,
Yeah, they looked a little bit like they were inside the ley line right there. So that means that Myanmar, Philippines also are going to have to attack. Probably Malaysia, again, unless they went over ley line. But that's going to be really hard to see until we get a shot from a boat that's closer to the windward mark. We are only 800 meters away from the windward mark. Here's Thailand putting in another tag
looks like
right on top of the others.
Yep.
Also, Philippines have had to tack.
Yeah, it looks like it's super close on this ley line, and I think with the wind shifting so much.
There you go, Philippines right in the background right there, just tacked because Thailand, they didn't want to be in the bad air of Thailand.
Yeah, definitely.
Sorry, Mickey, I cut you off right there.
All good, mate, all good. Yeah, Team Thailand here, they're trying to squeeze everyone out towards their right side and do a little bit more distance than everybody. And we did see yesterday Team Thailand are executing really, really clean and fast maneuvers, continuing that momentum through their tacks. It's really key to pushing every.
All right,
every
well,
meter.
let's just hope that cluster that we're seeing down there is not going to be is not going to create any problems, because it's potentially we could be seeing some issues with some of those ropes right there, depending on how we get to the windward mark. Well, we'll see what happens. But for the time being, wow, look at this great image that we have right here in the background, Pattaya, in here as we are sailing in the Gulf of Thailand. It's just so beautiful.
Yeah, it's a wonderful place to sail, and we urge anyone that wants to come and sail. We're open arms and ready to take anyone. We've had loads of international competitions over the years, from Olympic qualifiers, Asian championships, Opti World Championships, and we do have an OK Dinghy World Championships coming up in the next few years. So we do look forward to having all these international competitors coming down, and it really shows.
Sea Games this year.
As well, yes, the Sea Games, of course, and SSL.
SSL bringing their boats.
Yeah, it's definitely an international venue here in the beautiful Gulf of Thailand. We're on board here with Team Philippines, putting the Malaysian team in a world of hurt behind. I don't think the Malaysians can do much right now. Then hope and pray to make it around that top mark. It's going to be real tight.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. The problem is, if when you start lining yourselves up on a ley line that far away from the buoy, all you need is a little wind shift, and then it could all go very wrong or very right, depending on what the wind shift is doing. Oh, is that a spinnaker sheet I see off into the water on the right-hand side?
I can't really see, Jan. Is there?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, boy.
It doesn't look too bad. It's just a little bit of rope hanging out in the water. But obviously, anything that's hanging overboard is going to be slowing the boat down. And seeing as these boats are all exactly the same, yeah, there it is. You see it?
Oh, yeah, there she is.
Yeah, so basically, you want to try to be avoiding as much as you can having anything in the water. It looks like a pretty clean boat here as well. So not as clean as the Malaysians, but better than Thailand. You know, let's see what's happening here. We have 100 meters left to go as we get up here on looking at the Thai boat here with this drone shot. This is really an interesting moment right now, as you see the crew is now sitting back up on the side of their boat as they're going to be bearing away, opening up that big boom and making sure that the boat can bear away. If they don't release the mainsail, well, then they could try to turn the helm, but the boat's not going to do anything. So as much as they can.
Looks like they're cleaning their ropes.
Yeah, there
finally.
it is. Yeah, so Dylan right there looking like he's getting stuff ready. As we see the number one right there, really trying to get that sail to not go into the water. There we go. Nice, very nice hoist. As you see, it's going out in front of the...
Nice clean hoist and jib drop as well so far. Looks like they're staying nice and high to build as much speed as they can.
Yeah, and no issues with those ropes that we saw earlier. Here comes the Philippines. Wow, look at that. I mean, 25 seconds lead for Thailand as they get to the weather mark. A great bear away right there for Team Philippines. So Team Philippines sailing really clean. Second place for the time being. Malaysia following close behind.
Yeah, they've really closed that gap to the Philippine team, and let's see how they execute this downwind. I have known that they are quite quick downwind. They've managed to squeeze every puff and every wave, so let's see if they can close this 20-second gap to the Philippines and maybe 40 to even to Thailand.
Yeah, it looks like Malaysia managed to bear away just a little bit more. You saw as opposed to Philippines, they were really healed over there for 1 second. Look at Thailand just putting in a jibe right there.
Yeah, it looks like there's a little bit of a gust on that right side of the course right now where Team Thailand is heading. Looks like Team Malaysia has identified that gust too, and maybe they'll be able to connect that before it reaches Team Thailand. As sailing downwind, it's very important to look behind you, look around, and try to get as much wind as we can compared to our competitors as we are.
So now there is an advantage for Team Malaysia right here because they are behind Team Thailand, but they're going to be the first ones to reach that pressure,
You can
to
see these
reach that
stripes
new
coming
wind.
down.
Exactly. So if they're going to get into that new wind, they're going to accelerate before Thailand will, managing most likely to be able to catch up, and then we'll see what they can do. This is the final downwind of race number 4. This is the first race of the day for us, but this is the last time these boats are going downwind in this race. So it's a real crucial moment right now for the Philippines or Malaysia to be able to put on the pressure and get down to that finishing line as fast as possible.
Yeah, it's now or never for Team Malaysia to try and make a play and reduce the gap between the Philippines and get that extra point. In this 8-race series, every point counts especially for a 5-boat fleet. It's super crucial. So I really hope that Team Malaysia is able to find something out there, but Team Thailand is just sailing so well. Look at them go.
They've got a lot of speed right there on Team Thailand.
Yeah, they're
You
surfing
see
these
at
beautiful
the
waves.
helm right there, Nai, who is he's just cruising. She feels, you could tell he's really comfortable. There you go. She's bearing away. She's steering left, getting a little bit of power into the boat, and as soon as the boat powers up, then she goes off to the right. You see there, she turns a little bit to the right, and
Her Majesty are back there pointing out to the Team Malaysia that maybe she identifies a gust or not, but for Her Majesty being the team's strategist and tacticianess, it's very key to have her on board, and she's been doing an excellent job this regatta. I think she's a real cornerstone for this team, and especially with their issue they had yesterday. I've talked with a few of the boys on board, and they were super happy to have her muster everyone together between tough times and tough events. So,
well, I don't think you can have a better leader on board your boat than the queen of the country, right?
yeah, it is an honor to have her on board, as we see right here with Team Philippines trying to connect the waves and just try to catch up as much as they can. Team Malaysia has closed that gap between Team Philippines, and we'll see what happens, huh?
Yeah, they're working hard right now. As you see, also the helmsman in the back here of Team Philippines. All right, Ridgely, he's doing the same thing. You see, they don't really have to move very much the rudder, because it is such a sensitive boat that they just a little bit of a movement already makes a big difference on that rudder. The rudder is huge, which is underneath these boats. I mean, it really is big.
Yeah, and yeah.
The keel goes down 3 meters. The rudder almost goes down as far as that. So a good 2 meters 50 of rudder that's out down in the water. So you can imagine the power that has.
You can see here on board with Team Thailand, they look very relaxed ahead, and looks like they're keeping it simple, keeping it fast, and that's kind of what you want in sailing.
230 meters for Thailand in front of the Philippines. Only 20-30 meters between the Philippines and Malaysia. So it's a battle for second place right now. Looks like Team Thailand is well set to bring home their 3rd win in 4 races. So really sailing very, very well. Now let's see the battle here that you see just behind Team Thailand is going to be between Malaysia and the Philippines. Let's see how this goes down. We are going to be seeing one more jibe.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if the Malaysians are able to come back on starboard and maybe force the Philippine team to have to go behind them or jibe as well. So as we saw just now, we can see the Thai crew on board moving the body weight from one side to the other to try and propel the boat forward down these waves. They're all on board right now. Wow, they look really relaxed. You can see Don at the back just checking the angles to the finish line to try and lay there. Oh, looks like they're going for a jibe.
So he just called it right there. So now he knows he's got the right angle to put in a jibe and to go straight towards the finishing line. This is the last jibe for Team Thailand, as on race number 4 here on the second day. It's the first race of the day, but the 4th race that we're seeing these boats sail, and it looking like Thailand is going to be putting in their 3rd win. So 3rd bullet for Thailand out of 4 races. This wow, what a good job they've been doing. They're cruising right there. Look at that.
Yeah, they're sailing very, very well. But just behind, you can see Team Philippines and Team Malaysia. Philippines driving just in front of Team Malaysia, and I'm sure the Malaysians are very upset because yesterday in our first race, when it was neck to neck with Team Malaysia, Philippines, and Myanmar, the Philippine team just rolled over the Malaysians when they went for that late jibe before broadcast cut off. But wow, such good racing, such good racing.
Yeah, it's really close racing. I mean, just think about how fast these boats are going, right? They're easily going 14, 15 knots right now. It's not at all their top speed, but sailing so far away, almost on a dead run right there. Well, not quite, but they're sailing quite fast, and it goes. It looks like the distance is quite far between all of them, but in a matter of seconds, they can be back together.
Yeah, definitely. You can see the Thai team sailing quite high. They've got their
what
jib
a
up.
great image! You
What
see
a
that?
shot.
You could see the boat following the waves as Thailand is just surfing down some of these waves. And here we go with Thailand. So Thailand crossing the finish line right now. Race number 4, and that's it. Thailand right there doing a great job bringing home another win. What a good job.
Yeah, congratulations, Team Thailand. They've kept it simple. They sailed well. They executed a great start, and they were ahead of the race most of the time. So, wow. Strong team. There we go. Philippines just crossing the line with Team Malaysia just behind.
Philippines, no big mistakes, no big problems on Team Philippines, and they're sailing a clean race, and we see them in the front. We were talking about them earlier. We knew that if they had a clean race, no mistakes, we would be seeing them out in front, and that's exactly what they just showed us. So we expect a lot more of that from the Philippine team. Now the pressure is on the Malaysian boat.
Yeah, definitely. I thought they just crossed, but now they've just crossed. So Philippines clinching that 2nd place with Team Malaysia just behind. I reckon Team Malaysia left it a bit too late to try and cause the Filipino team to try and make a mistake or try and overtake them.
It's that double tack on the first upwind.
Oh, for sure.
It's
too many maneuvers.
Too many maneuvers on the first beat on the first upwind, and kind of put them on the back foot for the rest of the regatta, for the rest of this race. All right, interesting. We'll see what happens on the next one. As the wind should be staying the same, the angles will be staying the same. Here we see a team Myanmar coming down, cruising down towards the finish. So something happened on this team that put them a little bit further back. They seem to be pretty satisfied, so I don't think anything major happened on this boat. Keeping the spirits up.
Yeah, yes.
Remember, this team won yesterday. They did win one of the races, so today they're in 4th place. And I want to say a good job to Team Vietnam, which is getting closer and closer. And they sailed at least 2 good laps in contact with the other teams. And we're seeing Vietnam now just a couple 100 meters away from the finishing line. So we see quite a gap between 1st and 2nd and 3rd and 4th.
Yeah, we can definitely see that gap. And having seen the Team Myanmar yesterday, they were in such high spirits. So I think it's really pushing them on for the race after race. And I don't think this 4th place should shy them away from performing the next race. They can prove they can be up there. So it's anyone's game still at this moment.
It's anyone's game right now, but definitely some teams are setting themselves up, to be out in front. We're definitely seeing Thailand further out in front, and then Vietnam.
Yeah, they've got another gear. They've got another gear compared to the others, and you can really see in the results being ahead by 45 seconds, and especially in that downwind being quite close to the Philippines. They really extended that. So hopefully that the other teams will be able to find that gear as well and then a run for their money.
And here we go as we're looking at Vietnam coming across the finishing line right now. So good job on them. Managing to sail a clean race, and they're going to get themselves ready for the next one.
Yes, indeed. So that's the finish of race 4 today for the 33rd Southeast Asian Games. We have Thailand finishing first with the Filipino team finishing second, 45 seconds behind them, with Malaysia finishing third, 52 seconds behind Team Thailand, with Myanmar fourth and Vietnam fifth overall. I apologize.
Yep, as you see the teams right now, they've taken their front sails down, and we've got some great images right now as we're seeing Vietnam, which is going to be putting down their spinnaker.
Yeah, so now teams are going to recuperate. They're going to brief each other quickly between that race, and it'll be quite interesting to hear what Malaysia has to say on board for that race. Being forced to do so many extra maneuvers before, and here we are overall. Jan, you want to go through it?
Yeah, sure. Let's go through this. Well, no, this is the race. This is today's race. So you see a 40-minute. The objective is 45 minutes. So the race for 40 minutes. First place Thailand, followed by Philippines, Malaysia, Myanmar, Vietnam. Let's see the overall results. That's the next thing coming up. This is interesting. Here we go. Thailand now leading. So you see Thailand right there winning 3 of the 4 races. So they have a total of 6 points. What a good gap right there. A 4-point lead over the second place Malaysia. Malaysia, Myanmar, and Philippines. That's a close one right there. As you see Myanmar and the Philippines catching up to one another. Myanmar with that first place yesterday. We see that they're generally in 3rd or 4th place. Yep. And yeah, so I think we should be expecting to see perhaps the Philippines, perhaps they can go up onto the podium. We'll see what happens, and Vietnam bringing up the rear.
Yeah, what a race, Jan. That was really close racing that we had in the first few legs, and just to see the start if we can. Wow, Team Thailand executing a good start compared to the others over the last few days. Team Philippines just making a small mistake, but they managed to close up that mistake compared to what they had yesterday. And Team Malaysia just being forced to make too many maneuvers in this boat. You really can't be making too many, as that is costly. As we can see Team Thailand right now having a quick debrief with their coach. Looks like Palm.
We've got some shore crew that's on the boat right now. So every time the boats go back between the 2 races, we've got shore crew that comes along, and they do several things. For one, they keep maintenance on the boat, and another one is they make sure that the teams do not touch any of the settings on the boat, because settings have been set exactly the same on all the boats. So to make sure that there is no discrepancies between the boats, we do have a race committee that's coming back in. So right now we've got these pictures on live. We are going to show you a race replay, and as we are waiting to get ready for the next race of the day. So let's check out some of the race replays. All right, that was some great images that we just saw. there on the water. It looks like we have Carolina right here on the Philippines boat, ready to have a little interview with her as soon as she's ready to go. We'll let her just interrupt us whenever she can. So looks like the weather out there still saying the same. All right, sounds like she's ready. Carolina, if you can hear us.
Second place in the first race of today. What happened during the second round? Because after the first round, you were leading the race.
We just thought that the wind come from the right side of the course again. So that's why we were aiming for the ley line. That's why Thailand were able to cover us and gain from us on that last few meters away from the leeward mark. And then eventually, after we rounded up, first of all, before I forget, I must thank to the technician team of the SSL because they were able to fix the problem yesterday, which is the coffee grinder. And I am happy about that. The team is happy about that. And so after that, rounding the mark, we went straight to the right side of the course, expecting that the wind comes from that side again during the first, same as the first windward leg. But then, unfortunately, we had a lift until the top mark. So the Thailand team just able to get across of us just a few meters away. And as you know, if you're a great sailor, it's really hard to catch them up. So they did it.
Yes, exactly. And yesterday, you have ups and downs during these three races. What is your strategy for today?
The strategy for today is just to have a team composed. I have to build their confidence first because of the damage or the malfunction of the equipment yesterday. So I tried to hoist the spinnaker, do some warm-ups, able to identify that the problem yesterday was already fixed, and then I got back their confidence. So that was the strategy.
And what is your atmosphere, the team atmosphere on board?
Everybody is happy. I couldn't say anything else, but the team is very happy, I'm sure.
Okay, thank you very much and good luck.
Thank you very much, SSL team.
Okay, thank you very much, Carolina. That's great to have that on-water interview right now live as we see the boats waiting to begin the race, the second race of the day. So as teams are getting ready, we will get ready as well, as we're going to take a short break right now, and we'll be right back with you. So stick around. We'll be right back for race number 2 of the day. Bye-bye.
Like every time I get ahead, I end up going 2 steps back. So tonight, I'm just gonna let this one ride. You know what I mean? When you meet one special friend. one unique, one special vibe.
And we are back out here for the second race of the day. This is race number 2 here at the 33rd SEA Games in Pattaya, Thailand. We have just done race number 4, and here we are, 4 minutes and 30 seconds left until the beginning of race number 5.
Yeah, and definitely. It was a super close race 4 just now, and wow, Thailand executed such a great race strategy with Malaysia having to go for that double tack maneuver, which really cost them dearly and pretty much spelled second or third place. And it was good, close racing. And we can see right now the wind has stayed at 330 degrees with the black class flag, with the blue Peter, with the blue flag with that white square, indicating that we are within 4 minutes of the start sequence.
Exactly. So we see that the wind is, before we were at 320 degrees. That's the axis of the race course. Now it's 330, so shifting slightly right. It is sort of going back and forth between 320 and 330. Temperature, 31 degrees. Wind speed, 11 knots. It looks like a little bit more than 11 knots, but if they're saying it's 11, it must be 11.
Yeah, definitely. We got that sea state slowly building up throughout the day, and with all these nice, beautiful conditions, it is really pushing that SSL47 to how fast it can really go. They really thrive out there. We do have that technical committee today with Ricardo Navarro, and it is an honor to have them on board. And as we get within that 3-minute sequence, the teams are starting to decide their race plan and see what they want to do as we have the overall results.
Yeah, let's take a look at these overall results and remind ourselves what the results are. Thailand leading right now with 6 points. Malaysia following behind with 10. We have a tie between Myanmar and the Philippines. Myanmar right now sitting in 3rd place, even though they're tied with the Philippines. That's because their best result was a 1st place, so that's why they're in 3rd place right now. Watch out for the Philippines. We've been talking about them since yesterday. Did a great race today. They finished 2nd, and so we'll see what's gonna happen out here during race number 5.
Yeah, we can see here Team Thailand just setting up for their start. Looks like they're going to go for a jibe and maybe head towards that right side of the start like they saw in that first race where we got that right shift, which brought Philippines back into the game when they split off with the ties. Maybe they're looking to do a compelling lead like again and leading to that left side. It'll be quite interesting.
Right now, we are on board with Team Thailand 2 minutes before the beginning of the race as we see teams jostling for positions right here. This gives you a really good idea of who's doing what as we see Team Myanmar, who is just above the line over to the right-hand side. Vietnam, Malaysia, Philippines, Thailand, all below the line, getting themselves set up 1 minute and 40 seconds. This is a really really important moment right now for all the teams.
Yeah, it's a bit late for Team Myanmar to get back behind the line where everybody is jostling for position. Now, they have their time and distance, which is the amount of time that it takes for them to cover a certain amount of distance, and they want to reach that maximum speed when they cross that line. So it's going to be quite hard for Myanmar to set up while everyone is already in position. Looks like they're going for a jibe, and let's hope that nobody fouls them on starboard.
Yeah, well, this is interesting here as we see these teams right here. All 4 teams, Philippines, Malaysia, Thailand, and Myanmar, just jostling around one another. We only have one team, which is Team Vietnam, which is over there on the top left-hand side of your screen as they're sort of sitting, waiting for their time on distance. 50 seconds left to go for their team. I think they don't want to get in the mix between all the other teams. Now, this looks like it's going to be a battle right here as Team Philippines is already starting to slow down and block the other teams that are sitting behind them. Philippines right now, the boat that are the closest to the line as we see them trying to block all the others. Putting in attack right there. And they're going to cover all the teams. 30 seconds left with about 3 or 4 boat lengths underneath the line. This is really good for the Philippine teams. I think time on distance right now, 20 seconds, is going to be very good. They'll probably cross the line very first towards the pin end. Just underneath them is Myanmar in a really difficult position right now, Myanmar. I'm not sure they'll be able to pass the line. Will they get squeezed out? What's going to happen right now with the Philippines as we have 2 seconds left to go, and it looks like it's a clean start right there. So a great start. Philippines taking the lead as we're going by. And we see Myanmar right now is having no problems getting there. So that was a really close one for them. Malaysia having room around them a little, not the first ones to the line, and then we see Thailand getting a really good start closer to the starting vessel, and we have Vietnam also that did a really good job on time and distance. So Vietnam taking their time getting to the starting line, but doing a great start.
Yeah, it looks like they can hold their position up there, right there. But yeah, we're not surprised that Team Philippines executed the best start. It's what we've seen all day so far yesterday, and especially this first race with Team Thailand lagging just behind. And I think they're going to wait for the first opportunity to cross over if they can. Maybe we can get a replay of that first start. But wow, what a tight start right there. We can see Team Malaysia having to really hold on real tight, and let's see if they can catch up if they can and do less maneuvers like they did in that first race.
Yeah, let's see what's right here as we see the Team Philippines, which is the one which is right in the middle. It looks like they're out in front of everybody else. Are they going to be able to put in attack and pass out in front of Team Thailand? I don't think so. So it looks like right now Team Thailand is sailing higher and faster than everybody else and sort of getting everybody blocking, which means Malaysia, Myanmar, and Philippines are not able to attack because Thailand and Vietnam are above them. So Thailand doing a great job squeezing everybody out. Vietnam is now falling underneath Thailand, so they're going to have to attack out. So leading the dance right now, Team Thailand.
Yeah, definitely. And we're going to have to wait to see if Team Myanmar is going to take that opportunity to lead out to that right side. And maybe if they get that right shift, like we saw in that first race, those that are above Team Philippines are going to be in quite a comfortable spot. But if there is that left shift that does come down, we are oscillating about 10 degrees. It can change that table. The turntables can turn. There we go with Team Malaysia going with that first tack. We'll see if they are able to cross Team Vietnam nice and clearly. They might have to bear away. They dropped that main. Looks like they're thinking about it. Oh, Team Vietnam did tack. And wow, that's some real close racing right there.
Malaysia right now having difficulties on these last two races, getting themselves a clear line with clear wind. Right now they've done it, so they must be pretty happy that Thailand didn't go and attack on top of them, as we have Myanmar also deciding to attack off to the right. So right now we've got still two boats going off to the left, Philippines and Thailand, as Myanmar, Malaysia, and Vietnam are splitting off to the right-hand side.
Yeah, I really like what Team Malaysia is doing here, putting Team Thailand in a world of hurt. They're going to have to make them decide if they want to stay with the Filipino team on the left or come and cover the Malaysian team on the right. With the results right now, wow, it's a tough decision. And I'm sure that Team Thailand are thinking about it right now. We can see that half the fleet have decided to go towards that right side, and the Malaysians have taken the lead. So it looks like there has been a left shift, and those leading towards the right are gaining that lead.
I agree with you. I think there is a left shift, and we saw on the left-hand side, well, who do we have? Thailand and the Philippines, which have just tacked over right now. So I think the wind has shifted to the left-hand side, and Thailand was able to take advantage of that along with the Philippines.
Yeah, it's still early days, and as long as you have a clear lane and you have clear wind, you should be able to hold out that speed for as long as we can. But like we've seen the past few races, Jan, that Thai boat is fast, and they do have a gear above everyone else. And let's see if they are able to show their speed again. We can see right here the Filipinos flogging their mainsail, and maybe they don't have enough weight compared to the rest, but that's definitely not what you want to be doing right now, where speed is critical.
Yeah, really, it's unbelievable the difference between the setup on the Philippine team mainsail and the Thailand. As you see, you said it absolutely. Their sail is flogging as opposed to Thailand, which looks nice and stiff. 7.8 knots of wind speed is what I'm seeing right now from the tactic on board their boat. So cruising around 8 knots. That's their objective. That's their target speed is around 8 knots.
Yeah, we can see that the Thai team, their mainsail is nice and fully powered up, and occasionally you can see the other boats just slightly flapping in the wind. The Thai team might have the heaviest team. I'm not sure statistically. Maybe we'll get that value later. Maybe that's hidden away. But
I'm sure we can find out.
You know, we can speculate.
We can. But telling you what, they're all around 730 kilos.
Yeah, so that Thai boat is charging forward, and we can see the Malaysian just below leading out there, and I think they're just going to wait for their opportunity to take that lead again. But the Malaysians really making a good decision right there and taking the lead. Wow. I think Nizam has, the helmsman of Team Malaysia, has mustered everyone together and working in unison. It's very key and critical in these SSL47.
Look at all the mainsails, except for Thailand. They're all flogging,
Yeah, it's critical.
except for Thailand, which wouldn't surprise me. This is why they're going a little bit faster than the others. They've just managed to find that little fine tuning that it's just basically the fine tuning is just putting on a little bit more main sheet, pulling on that main sheet a little bit harder, and you'll avoid that flogging. But it's a little bit frustrating because there is quite a bit of wind, and you don't want to be overpowered, because being overpowered is you're also going to lose some weight, so lose some speed. Sorry. They probably want to put on as much weight as they.
Yeah,
they
of course. I'm sure they're putting on loads as much as they can with these wind conditions picking up throughout the day. We can see here right now Team Malaysia just doing micro adjustments, trying to get as much as they can out of these boats. But there's nothing between these boats at all. These boats are a couple of meters. How long are these boats again, Jan?
These boats are about 44 feet long, and their mast is about 25. So
Yeah,
total
okay,
height
so
is 25 meters
10
high.
to 20 meters are really, it's not much between every boat. It's less than a boat length at times. And wow, this is very close racing as they lead towards that right side of the course. We can see Team Thailand right now. We can have Her Majesty herself inside, just making some strategy on board. Maybe she's adjusting something. And oh, wow, it is an honor to have her on board today. And for the Southeast Asian Games representing Thailand, she's an incredible idol, and can't ask for anything more. And this team really put together, thanks to Her Majesty herself, and especially with their big mistake where they did drop that kite, having a mistake at the bottom gate.
Looks like Myanmar right now has decided to tack over, as Malaysia was on top of them, in front of them, giving them some bad air. So no choice right there for Myanmar to have to tack over, as we see them coming back over to the left-hand side.
Yeah, we might get a port starboard situation here with Team Myanmar and Team Thailand. Maybe the Thai team are clear. Looks like it. Yeah, as we cross halfway through that leg, we have another 1.5 kilometers to go, and the teams are leading towards that right side. And I guess Team Malaysia is just waiting patiently for that shift to come.
Yeah, it's really interesting as we're seeing the boats here, and we can just sort of look at how they're behaving in the water. You see that the boats are not slamming; they're just cutting right into the waves, and that generally has a lot to do with crew positioning. Now, you wouldn't believe it, but if you have the crew exactly in the right position, the boat won't slam into the waves. You have one person that's a little too far back or a little too far forward, and the boat will slam into the waves. So we're seeing right there that the teams are also figuring out how to place themselves in the boat. Yesterday, we saw a lot of the teams sort of moving back as we were going downwind to avoid the front of the boat plowing into the waves.
Yeah, definitely. And we can see our Team Philippines just working hard just to try and get that boat through the water. We do have a lot of choppy conditions out here in the Gulf of Thailand, especially in this wind direction. If this holds up for a few days, we might even get 1 meter to 1.5 meter waves. And that is rare in this Gulf, especially if we're so close to the shore. And it really does put this boat through its paces, and it is a beautiful boat, isn't it, Jan?
It's amazing to see this boat just surf down the waves, and it goes quite fast. You know, this is it's a really fast boat. Of all the boats that are competing here at the SEA Games, we have several different categories, but this is by far the fastest one.
Yeah, and having these one design SSL47s really levels that playing field for everyone. It really puts athlete to athlete, trying to compare everybody's technical skill and just trying to get these boats as Team Myanmar goes in for attack. Seems like they found another shift and another gust. As you can see there, with each maneuver, you lose so much speed as you lose all this momentum, as this boat weighs a couple of tons.
Weighs 3.3 tons, 25 meters high. This boat is. Of the 3.3 tons, 2.2 of those tons are in the bulb. So you can imagine the boat really isn't that heavy.
Full carbon fiber.
Carbon fiber, of course. And on the downwind, we have over 230 square meters of sail pushing that boat down. So
yeah, that's a monster.
It's got a lot of power, and it's what makes these boats just so beautiful to look at. And you can, if the teamwork is done well, you can really cruise with these boats.
Yeah, as we can see right now, it looks like Team Malaysia and Team Vietnam has both gone for attack as they have reached that ley line. The ley line is the shortest distance that these teams can reach before that they can change from port to starboard or starboard to port through attack to be able to reach that top mark. As we can see, it looks like Team Thailand just goes in for attack just under the Malaysians. Let's see if that Malaysian team can put on another gear and roll over them.
So the tack right now, the position in which we see Team Thailand right there on board is just leeward of that boat, of the Malaysian boat. So it's a really very powerful position for Team Thailand right there, which generally, if they, and they do, and they've got the speed, could perhaps be able to make the Team of Malaysia either slow down or slow down right behind them. They're obviously not going to attack because they're on the ley line, but here comes the Philippines, as the Philippines are going to be coming into, well, they're not going to be coming into the picture because they'll be attacking in front of these two boats. So we really have ourselves a huge battle going here into the first windward leg of this race number 5.
Yeah, it looks like Team Thailand is in a little sandwich between Team Malaysia and Philippines, as right now you can see that Team Philippines went for attack and lost a lot of speed, but with them being below, they do have that option to speed up and maybe try to squeeze that Thai team.
Look at this. We're looking at 3 boats. The boats are so close together, we can't even see the boat in the middle.
that's definitely true, Jan, and I really hope that Team Philippines is able to find that extra groove. And
unbelievable.
Wow.
Unbelievable.
Wow.
A 3-boat race this close. I mean, they're really, really fighting for it. How close is this going to be? I can't wait to see this spinnaker hoist and see these teams bear away. We're 370 meters away from the mark. Look at that high mode that Thailand is putting in right now. The Philippines are also pulling in. Everybody's trying to block one another and be the first ones to get to the windward mark. I believe Philippines, if they're on the ley line, could perhaps get to the weather mark in first place.
Yeah, definitely in this 5-boat fleet in this 33rd edition of the Southeast Asian Games being hosted here in Thailand, every point counts. And as we can see here, Team Philippines just trying to live down there, just underneath that Thai team. As you can see right now, the Thai team.
See Malaysia right there? See how Malaysia has moved back? Because I just said earlier, it's a really strong position for Team Thailand right there. And basically what's happening is they're managing to put some bad air on the Malaysian boat, which is just slightly above them. A little bit complicated to explain, but you see the result. Now Malaysia is behind Thailand, and the Philippines are probably trying to do the same thing.
Oh, we can see them in the picture right now on that
on the right-hand side.
Looks like they have not got that speed like that Thai boat. And
the Thai boat rolled over them. The Thai boat has now just rolled over the Philippine boat. So Thailand, look at that, putting in a high mode, really trying to get up as high as they can, trying to block Malaysia. They really don't want Malaysia to get in there. And so the Philippines sailing high and slow in order to protect their position from Malaysia, trying to avoid Malaysia rolling over them. As we see Thailand now getting out of the way. Thailand's out of there. And it's going to be a big bearway right now. There it is, bearway. The boat on the left-hand side, that's the Malaysian boat, has to keep clear. The Malaysian boat has to keep clear right now with the Philippine boat, or that could be a penalty. Let's look at what's happening right now. We're not seeing any flags coming up, so it's good. Malaysia has stayed clear. We've got a great view here of Team Malaysia and perhaps them putting up their kite. Team Thailand right there, no issues as they go around the offset mark, and Philippine now off the offset mark. Looks like Malaysia is going as fast as they can to put their spinnaker up to be able to overtake the Philippine team. Let's see what happens, and they're dropping the here on the Malaysian boat. This is very good. Looks like no problems right there for Team Malaysia. Oh, the Philippines, look, their kite isn't full.
Oh, that's a disaster for the Filipino team. Under pressure, they made a mistake, but it looks have managed to fix that, and they're now sailing at full speed. That Malaysian team going underneath that Filipino team is not ideal. They look like they're going for a jibe to be able to get that clear wind, and yeah, it's beneficial.
What a move! Move from Malaysia right there, managing to put their spinnaker up faster than the Philippine team and catching up to them, putting in a jibe. So looks like Malaysia is probably going to be moving into second place. We don't see it quite yet, but we'll see what happens as soon as Team Philippines jibes.
Yeah, definitely. And ahead with Team Thailand being nice and clear ahead, they're able to decide and do as they want on high, tight level of sailing. Being clear away from the mistakes and being clear from all the trouble. Just being clear from it all is just what you need, you know. If you're having to do extra maneuvers, just like the Filipino, forcing that Malaysian team having to luff up, which means to go into the wind just to avoid them, it really slows you down. So Team Thailand just keeping it clean and easy.
And see Team Vietnam right there in the back, just not really struggling. They're not having any problems, just getting their jib down and making sure that spinnaker is nice and full. So Thailand is, the Vietnamese boat was in the picture.
As you can see right now at the back on that left side of your screen, you can see her Majesty checking her compass bearings to see how far they are from that bottom mark so that they can position a jibe to be able to get that optimal position of these sailing boats. They don't want to be sailing dead downwind, which means directly in the direction of the wind. This means that the wind is just pushing on their sails. They want to be sailing at angles where the wind is flowing around these sails. That is the quickest way to be sailing these boats away from the wind.
And right there, you just see it, just a beautiful, you know, you can see the waves coming off the front of that boat. So right now, the skipper of the boat, what she's trying to do is she's heading up and getting some speed. You see the boat accelerating right there. And as soon as she manages to do that and get some speed into the boat, she'll bear away and try to go towards her objective, which is the leeward gate right there with Her Majesty. We see Her Majesty right there. She's looking and waiting for the correct angle. And once she has that correct angle, she'll tell the team, she probably just did right there, okay, we're going to put in a jibe. So right now, for her, the angle is correct, putting in a very nice jibe.
Working really hard just to get that.
Are we going to get a little, a little pump jibe right there, roll jibe. So we've still got a lot of wind, but we've got enough weight to be able to make a difference as we're doing the jibes. We're seeing just behind them that Team Philippine put in a jibe. So they're mirroring, the Philippines are mirroring Thailand. They're not going to let them go off on their own.
Yeah, Team Philippines is in a nice position to Team Thailand in order to be able to receive that wind before Team Thailand. As you can see, they are behind, and as they are behind, they are closer to the wind. So if they have a stronger puff, as we can see them right now sailing a little lower than Team Thailand, they should be able to close that distance. We can see here with that 3D tracking.
There's one boat we're not seeing right now.
Indeed, Team Malaysia.
That's right. So Team Malaysia went off to the right-hand side. Let's see. There they are, all the way on the right-hand side. It'll be interesting to see why they did that. I mean, that's either they're playing poker.
Yes.
Or they saw something the others didn't.
Indeed, and I hope that every decision they make, there is reason behind it. But at some point, you do have to gamble to be able to change the stakes of this game. It is such close racing, so every edge that they can take, especially as throughout the day we do see these right shifts. If Team Malaysia does get that, they should be able to come back. But at this moment in time, luck is not in their favor today.
Malaysia has just been fighting all day long. And they've been getting themselves in difficult situations on the upwind. They've had double tags. They've been, I mean, how close was that windward mark railing we just saw just a couple minutes ago? How close was that?
Yeah, it was just a matter of meters, not even. Like, if Malaysia did get that extra meter, they would have rolled over that Thai team. But, wow, it is close.
Yeah, and they're just so close. It's the Philippines, yesterday it was the Philippines' turn, and I think today it's Malaysia's turn.
Yeah.
And but we're seeing the Philippines today sailing really smart, sailing conservatively. However, that upwind speed of Team Thailand, just unbelievable how much speed.
Yeah, with them, with the right trim and everything, having to be able to keep that mainsail fully in most of the time when the other teams are flogging, it's night and day with what they can do. And being able to have that speed, it opens up more options for you.
Yeah, that's half a knot. That's half a knot. Easy.
To all those listening right now, half a knot may not seem a lot to you guys, but as these boats are one design, every single piece on this boat is identical.
1.852
kilometers.
That is kilometers. 1 knot is 1.852, so half a knot, almost a kilometer. So
exactly.
20 minutes with going 1 kilometer an hour faster. Well, that will put you out in front.
Indeed, it'll put you out at 300 meters.
I'm not very good in math, but I can tell you it'll be out in front.
But yes, we can see that the Thai team really has found their groove, and they are sailing incredibly well and very simple. Most of the time, they have not been in situations, and here they are leading that race so far. And we can see the Malaysians right there in the background,
So
sailing
you see
nice
Malaysia?
and fast.
Malaysia coming back right into the picture, right?
Yeah.
They were fourth before, they're third right now, so they definitely saw something.
They're still in this game, and we
And
can
look at how much heel Malaysia has right there. Malaysia definitely coming back with some pressure. They saw something. They didn't go out on the right-hand side for nothing. And now we're about 400 meters away from that lured gate.
Oh, they do have their jib up as well, so that means they're trying to close that distance too, Jan. It is an interesting
yeah, they've
approach.
had that jib up quite a while. Look, it's really interesting how you see it. They put in a jibe, and then they'll release the jib halyard for about a meter, just in order to help a little bit of air go into that gennaker. And now they put their jib back up as they're arriving. Now let's see. This is a crucial moment right now. We saw all sorts of chaos yesterday in race number 3. This is the last race of the day. On race number 2, this is a crucial moment. This is the last time they'll be, taking their spinnakers down. Here we go. So they just dropped the halyard. Oh, look at how good that is. That was impeccable. You see how fast that sail went into the boat? What a good drop. That is textbook right there.
Yes, indeed. It seemed like they prepared really well for it, and compared to what they did on that last race yesterday, it is night and day. And being prepared and being able to perform that maneuver as well as they can is critical.
What a move. Look at that. And coming out real close. Okay, Malaysia dropping the kite as well. Oh, not quite as good. It's a little bit into the water. Has that slowed them?
Yeah, it looks like they've lost a lot of momentum.
They lost a lot of
kite
momentum.
hitting the water, and looks like they're going to round that right mark.
How funny is this? Yesterday, teams were just waiting for the last moment to be able to drop their kite. Today, everybody's just making sure that the kite is down and inside the boat before they head back up. So playing it safe here on all teams. What a good drop on Team Thailand. That was time and distance. That was really good. All the other teams right there are playing it really safe. And I would expect them to be a lot closer to that lured gate, especially being so safe and taking down their spinnaker.
Yeah, a lot of pressure is on, so I'm not surprised that
it's my
under pressure.
coach side right there. Come on.
I'm sure you've worked with these teams for a couple of days here, Jan, but we can see that Malaysian team has forced a split from Team Thailand. A split is quite interesting, as it does force that leader boat to decide if they do want to continue on their side and gamble, let's say.
Well, look, Malaysia went out to the right-hand side of the race course down, and now they're going back up on the right-hand side. So they definitely want to stay on that right-hand side. They saw something, and they're going back to it.
Yeah, they're sticking to their guns, and let's see if that plays out well for them later and towards the race. As right here, we have Team Myanmar. Looks like they are just in front of the Filipino team, and maybe they're going to head out to the left and just, put their legs into this duel and see how they can come out ahead.
Are they going to be? I think the Philippine team has just tacked over. So it looks as though Myanmar.
Yeah, it was a few critical seconds just there around mark rounding, and it'd be quite interesting to see how Myanmar is going to clean up all their sheets and just
housekeeping.
Indeed, but as well just make the race a little bit more interesting. You can see that main fleet as much as it is. That's not ideal right now, but as we've had a few interviews with them, they are a bit light for these conditions.
A bit light, but they could do something about that. For sure. It's hard because you don't want to put any power into it. You're already overpowered, but you don't want it flogging. So the limit, between having a sail not flogging, it not really giving you any power, it's a very fine line. It's really hard to find.
Okay. And from a coaching point of view, what do you think they can do to try and improve this?
Well,
expert insight.
Well, I think they should perhaps the main track, bring it up a little bit higher.
Twist that main.
And in order to be able to twist the main, so if you want to have it stop flogging, you're going to have to put a little bit of sheet on. So a little bit more sheet and twist the main a little bit more. just so that you don't have any power in the main, but you don't have it flogging.
Yeah, to those listening at home, us sailors, we have all these ropes and control lines that are able to adjust the shape of these sails. So you can say we are aerodynamic engineers almost, trying to optimize these shapes. Maybe a bit far-fetched, but we do have a little bit of understanding on how to optimize.
I guess that's
these
whether
sails.
you're in the front fleet or not, right?
Oh, indeed.
No, but it's definitely really interesting, and you know, we can obviously they're race boats. We have a lot of possibility to be able to tweak the sails and change the shape of the sails by changing some of the control lines. But you know, everybody has a little bit of a preference. It'll depend on the skipper. Some skippers like to go really high and close to the wind. Others like to sail with more speed and to be a little bit further away from the wind. It all sort of, you know, depends on how you like to sail and how you want your boat to feel.
Yeah. So I reckon that's enough technical jargon for today, and let's tune back into the race. So we can see right now that Thai team has tried to close that gap with that Malaysian team towards that right side, but we're not even sure if that right side is going to work, as right now it's still 150 meters, Jan. That's a lot to close out in one leg.
Yeah, you know what? Now you got talking, thinking about all this technical stuff, and you know what I'm going to be looking out for? I want to see how where is the main traveler on these teams. So yeah. Let's keep that in mind as we whenever we get another shot of an inboard or something like that. If we can see that, then we'll try to talk about it. Yeah. But right now, let's focus on the big picture as Team Thailand is still our leader. Malaysia is now back into second place. Myanmar third, Philippines fourth, and Vietnam fifth. So middle leaderboard has been changing quite a bit between Malaysia, Myanmar, and the Philippines. Those three teams have been swapping places over this second upwind beat. So this is the second time these teams are going up towards the windward mark. They've got about 1.8 kilometers, so they've done they're getting to about halfway to the halfway point, maybe a little bit further than halfway they are right now.
Yeah, it looks like they're battling out a lot, and it looks like Team Thailand here is just sailing really comfortably and just making all their micro adjustments to just optimize that speed. And they're well. What do you think about their position right now on that track?
Yeah, where is that track? It's about in the middle. It's about in the middle, a little bit lower than the middle. All right.
Yeah, so right now you can see that there is virtual horizontal line, and that is the leader line, as we like to say. And with this beautiful 3D tracking that we have for the first time in these Asian Games and for sailing, it does identify where that leader position is, whether if you are on the left or on the right. So you can see that Team Malaysia is still far behind that line, and Thailand has that convincing lead ahead of everyone.
Yeah, so as we look here at the trackers, Philippines deciding to stay out on the left-hand side. That's pretty interesting, as opposed to everybody else who's going off to the right-hand side. Thailand now probably just covering Malaysia is what I'm thinking they're doing.
Yeah.
They're trying to stay between the Malaysian boat and their objective, which is the windward mark.
Yeah, indeed. And I did find out, Jan, today that we have some big representatives from World Sailing. We do have the president and the chief executive, David Graham, on board this course today. And I've been told that this event has been groundbreaking with all this footage and the vision that it has to bring sailing towards the world and the spectators. And so I really hope that they're able to translate what we see today with all this tracking, with all this onboard footage that we're so grateful to have. And it's incredible with all this drone footage, and looking like they're going to translate it towards the 2030 Asian Games in Qatar.
Oh, wow. News right there.
So let's hope that goes through. And with all the support of the federations like WIRAD and the organizing committee, it's amazing. Such technologically groundbreaking events being held here in Thailand for the 33rd Southeast Asian Games.
It's just wonderful to be able to see beautiful boats and to be able to see them from so close, to get the reactions of the team. And look at that. I mean, you're seeing the look on the people's face here as we are on board with Team Thailand. Right there, who is we're looking at our mid bow right there. Bond. yeah. Anyway, you could really see what's going on inside the boats and with the tracking system and everything. It's just it's absolutely wonderful. And look at the colors of this water. Obviously here in beautiful Thailand, in Thailand Bay, right out in front. We're only 2 hours away from Bangkok. So very accessible place.
Oh, it's an international venue, and being able to see the grimaces and the facial expressions of our athletes is incredible. As we can see, Tam right there, our gold medalist for the 470, sliding across that bow. That bow is slippery, isn't it?
Yeah, it's especially slippery if you're walking on the ropes. But let's talk about that win yesterday. 470. He won it was yesterday, I think, that he got a gold medal, or 2 days ago?
Yeah, definitely. A couple of days ago, he was standing on that podium at first place with that gold medal.
Here at the SEA Games.
Indeed, just down the coast, half an hour away from where we are, from Ocean Marina. They were competing in Sattahip, the Navy base, where the WIRAT, the Yacht Racing Association of Thailand, is set up. They promote a lot of sailing out there, and Tam was sailing with his crew, Ne, and they performed exceptionally well out there. And wow.
Sailing in the 470 class, and so that's pretty cool that you can actually sail in the 470 class and then a couple days later come and sail on these boats. So they're able to sail on more than just one type of boat.
Yeah, definitely. With the SSL47 being so, it's an incredible boat. You can have all sorts of sailors from all walks of life, from opti sailors just like Nai Nopakao, the helm of Thailand, all the way to multiple Olympian athletes like that is helming for the Malaysian team. It's very broad, and it's a mixed class as well.
Oh, look here. Looking like we're going to get a final tack in from Team Myanmar. Here we go, as they put in the final tack, as they get closer and closer to the ley line, to the windward mark. As we see Malaysia, definitely good idea for them to go off to the right-hand side, as they are commandingly in second place.
Yes, definitely, and being in front of Myanmar right there, it's quite a comfortable position. But I think in the helmsman of Nizam's mind, where they had a massive chat all together and they don't want to give up, they keep fighting till the very end. I think he's going to try and look for that race win and try and squeeze a mistake out of that Thai team.
Oh, for sure. You saw it on the interview earlier. There was just definitely a lot of concentration on his face right there. He's an Olympic athlete, quite like you are.
Thank you very much, Jan. Yes, I did compete in the Paris 24 Olympics, but Nizam is he's an old veteran. You know, he's been to more than just one. He's been to all, I think, 3 or 4 now, and it is really translating across to his sailing. He's quite an icon in the Southeast Asian or Asian sailing community. Well respected in that regard.
Well respected, sails very well, and definitely is not going to stop until he gets to that first place. So right now we've got, again, Malaysia sitting in an ambush right here, waiting to ambush Team Thailand, see what they can do to be able to catch up to them. Myanmar, not so far away from our top 3 teams, and we have the Philippines that we sort of forgot all about. The Philippines went out on the left-hand side, but they're coming back into the picture now.
Looks like they're coming in hot on that port lay, and maybe they're going to try and find that 7th gear and close that distance. But 380 meters, it's a bit much, Jan.
It's a bit much, yeah. I think they're going to stay in 4th place. We're 330 meters, 320 meters away from reaching the last time that we'll be arriving at the windward mark, and going back down with our spinnakers for the last time today. We're only having 2 races today. We had 3 yesterday, and as we are now arriving 240 meters up, now anything could still happen.
Yeah, the Thai team is just sailing exceptionally well. They're sailing textbook. They're not putting any risk into their race plan. They're ticking all the boxes. They're dotting all their I's and making sure they got this race win in the bag. You can see them working real hard right now.
Yeah,
they're cleaning the
boat's
sheets.
clean.
Yep, they're cleaning the sheets compared to that first race. They must have heard insider news. We never know. They're always listening.
Yeah, probably.
But yeah, looks like Don is spotting that top mark, and looks like they're going to prepare for a little bearway towards that dog leg and set up for the hoist.
So this is good. The fact that we're seeing these yellow marks right now out in the water means that we didn't have a change of course. So it means we've got nice, stable conditions right
Yeah.
out there.
Yeah, indeed.
So here we are, Team Thailand arriving now for the second time in the lead here on race number 5. This is the second time they've arrived at the windward mark. They're going to be putting up their kite, their asymmetrical spinnaker for the last time, and try to go for a 4th bullet.
Yeah, indeed. You can see them still hiking hard on that bareway just to get as much power as that boat. And it looks like you can see Muk or Amurit at the front just helping that kite go out. And let's see how fast they can hoist this kite. Oh, they're a bit low. It's not
Bit
bad.
low, but it's clean. It's clean. They don't really need to rush. They don't have to worry about anything. They don't have anybody breathing down their neck. They've got a nice, comfortable lead. The worst thing they could do is to try to rush something and have, some sort of problem, as we're seeing in the background right now. Going around the windward mark is Team Malaysia, followed by Myanmar.
Yeah, right now I think in Nizam's the helmsman of the Malaysian team. He'll be thinking about trying to secure that 2nd place overall. And with that Myanmar team just breathing behind their necks, I think they're going to try and hold a conservative tactic or strategy down this downwind leg.
Oh, Malaysia really early there to get their spinnaker out. So they went a little bit high in order to be able to bear away a little faster to get that spinnaker up as fast as possible. Here we go. Now also bear away for Team Myanmar. Looks like a good hoist. Looked like a good hoist for our Malaysian team right there.
Whoa.
Oh, and just as I say that, they lose the kite. Oh, looks like a little bit of pressure coming in from the back right there.
Yeah, indeed, indeed. Massive pressure hitting them, but it's beautiful to have these flags on these sails.
Yeah, you could see on the water where the water is a little bit darker. That's where we have a little bit of wind. I must admit it's not the easiest thing, but we can see it. We can see it pretty well here on the screen.
Yeah, to us sailors, we have to train our eyes to be able to identify these darker
Team
patches.
Philippine. You see Team Philippine right there. The patch is coming right towards Team Philippine right there in the background.
They're
right
going to
there.
be hit with a strong gust, so I hope they're prepared for it. And look at this champagne condition. I'm definitely jealous of these sailors out there today on these SSL47s. Oh, I'd rather be out there right now.
Yeah, I mean, when you see the waves, you see those waves, and the funnest thing in the world is just surfing down those waves. And when you've got a big boat like that, 230 square meters of sail just ripping down, it's just such a cool feeling. And just look at how good this looks right here. All 4 boats with their spinnakers up and Pattaya in the background, and just magical. What a great place we are here for the 33rd SEA Games, the Southeast Asian Games
Yeah, they're just
in
flying
Thailand.
through.
Ah,
Holy
just
hell.
beautiful. And here, this is Team Thailand you're looking at right here.
Yeah, they're working
With
hard.
Her Majesty the Queen, which is sailing on this boat. Is that her? No, she's Her Majesty is in the back. She's the tactician. You can see right there. She's trying to look for those angles again. Doing a great job calculating those angles, because every single time they've gotten it really, she's gotten it right. And
Yeah, they're definitely dialed in. As you can see, Alex there at the front. A good friend of mine, a childhood friend, he went swimming yesterday, and luckily they caught him off the side, and looks like they're preparing for...
oh, really?
Yeah.
We didn't see that.
We just caught his legs dangling out, and he's fully drenched, but I was talking to him yesterday, and he wasn't too proud of that.
It's happened before. It'll happen again.
Yeah, indeed, as we can see here, Thailand just leading the charge in front of everyone, with Team Myanmar behind Team Malaysia as they go for a jibe.
Commanding lead right here for Team Thailand, putting in a jibe just as they get to the ley line.
Clean.
And making sure that they're going to get back to the finishing line right now. All boats are off to the finishing line.
Yeah, look at that beautiful backdrop of Koh Lan there, the local island that we have just in front of the Bay of Pattaya. Right now we are in the Bay of Jomtien, and it's paradise to sail here. Warm all year round, you got good wind conditions, and this is definitely an international venue for the future.
How great is this? Yeah, nice. Still at the helm right there with Her Majesty the Queen pointing something out to her.
Big pump.
So a lot of working hard right there on that boat. I saw them drinking some water, really staying hydrated.
Yeah,
Look
it's
at the
definitely
speed.
warm.
Look at the speed she's got on that boat. Wow, that is cruising.
To those out there that doesn't really understand this type of feeling, you have to go out there sailing, and if it is a glamour day, you go ask your friends, you go ask someone that knows how to sail, and you will experience this euphoria of just surfing down these beautiful waves.
Yeah, that sensation of just sliding, gliding along those waves, and just being, you know, pulled and pushed by this massively powerful
It's
boat.
like you're surfing, but like
It is.
with a massive 3-ton boat.
Yeah,
That's just incredible.
yeah.
That's incredible.
Surfing at like 15, 20 knots. I love it. Oh, it's so great. It's great to see this, see everybody here really working hard on the boat. Everybody has come back a little bit to put a little bit of weight further towards the back of the boat to get the front out and make sure that the front doesn't plow into, no matter how cool it looks, it's slow if the boat is pushing water. So we want to kind of keep the weight in the back of the boat and have the front, you know, just barely over the water in order for us to be able to keep that speed up.
Yeah.
I mean,
We don't want to
you
be
just can't
pulling
get
out there.
tired of these images. You just can't get tired of it.
Oh, it's Thailand. It doesn't get better than this.
I love it. I love it.
Oh.
Oh, look right there. See the grinder right there. He's basically what he's doing is he's turning the winch with that red pink rope that you see just in front of him. So you see every time he turns that winch, what he's doing is turning the grinder, the winch, and that's being able to pull in the sail.
spinnaker. Yeah, indeed. The big one with the Thai flag, that is called the spinnaker.
The further away you go from the wind, the slower you go, but the closer you get to your objective.
Yeah.
So what you're trying to do is you're trying to go straight to your objective and keep the highest speed, which is what we call in sailing terms VMG, velocity made good.
Yes, that is a very critical part in our sport. If we're going really quick but not going towards our objective,
Yeah,
it
it's
is
the
for no
ratio.
good.
It's the ratio to distance traveled compared to distance to get to your objective.
Indeed, Jan. And we can see here Team Thailand just executing it very, very well. All cleaning everything up all the time. And it seems like they have a little cheat sheet at that grinding pedestal there, Jan. What do you think that is?
I'm sorry, I didn't see what you're talking about.
At the pedestal where that grinder is, there's this white. It's all right. It's all good. Looks like they've got numbers and angles of like optimal angles at different wind speeds. Maybe Team Thailand has an edge above everyone on that.
So as we see them here coming down through the two gates, those are the leeward gates. That's not the finishing line. The finishing line is that nice checkered, black and white checkered buoy that makes an imaginary line between that buoy and the starting vessel, which is right there, which is a race committee as they go across the finishing line. So congratulations, Team Thailand, with a fourth bullet here on race number 5. They are definitely in the lead, showing everybody who's the boss back home. And let's take a look now as Team Malaysia is going to be in second place. So this is we've got a points battle for us between Philippines, Malaysia, and Myanmar.
Yeah, indeed. But it's still not over, Jan. We've still got a couple more days with a few more races in the bag. And anything can still happen now as Team Malaysia goes for a jibe. And yeah, Team Thailand has been performing exceptionally well with not many mistakes at all. And it's a sport where making the fewest mistakes will put you in the front. No one can sail perfect, but you can sail as well as you can.
Yeah, for sure. As we're seeing here, the Malaysian team right there getting a second place in, so good job to them. This is we are arrived. This is the finishing line for race number 5. We have a total of 8 races, so only 3 races left and 2 racing days to do it in.
Indeed. And it's still anyone's game right now, but definitely Thailand has a comfortable lead. And I think leading into the next few days, I think they have a clear vision of what plan they want to execute as Myanmar crosses the line in 3rd place overall. Look at them celebrate. Ecstatic. Congratulations.
Yeah, they're really happy. They can be right now. They're still sitting on the podium. We'll see what the points stack up right now, but a nice 3rd place finish for them. Am I going to get there? Finishing out in front of Team Philippines. Hard team to beat. They sailed really well in the first race. They sailed well in the second, but Malaysia managed to get out in front. So
Yeah,
did
indeed.
Myanmar.
Yeah, but this Myanmar team has really shown exceptional performance, and wow, I did not expect that from them this year.
Yeah, we saw them really strong when they were here for the practice events. I definitely thought they were going to be one of our top teams, and it's showing that it is. So, but it's a tight race between Malaysia, Myanmar, and the Philippines. Right in the middle, we have Thailand with a clear lead, winning 4 of the 5 races so far, and the Vietnamese bringing up the back. Our Vietnamese friends that we're seeing here right now, with their spinnaker, doing a great job at racing the racing area and having no big issue. You have to understand that there are no boats this size in Vietnam.
Is there not?
There are no boats this size. The biggest
wow.
boats, I think, are 28 feet boat.
Wow.
And we're twice the size here.
Wow.
So, this is a first for them. You got to give them a break. They're doing a great job. They haven't broken anything. And the boat is in one piece, and they're really not too far off. So they had a great start.
Indeed. I think they might be able to, if they can take a few points off these other competitors, I think that's already a win in their books. Just being here already representing their country in the 33rd edition of the Southeast Asian Games, they are proud to be here.
It's a start for them. It's a start of a great program. We've been talking with them. We know that they want to bring in a bunch of boats over into Vietnam. They had a big typhoon a couple years ago that wiped out a lot of the small infrastructure that they already had. So they're having to start all over again. So it's a really big deal for Team Vietnam to be here and to represent their country here on the world level.
Indeed, at the beautiful Gulf of Thailand.
Absolutely wonderful. So here we go as we're looking at all of our boats making their way back to the marina. And let's take a look here at the race results. So this is the results for race number 5. Thailand 1, Malaysia 2nd, Myanmar 3rd, followed by the Philippines and Vietnam. Now let's take a look at the overall results. After 5 races, we have Thailand in the lead with 7 points, Malaysia following behind with 12. Very close between Myanmar and the Philippines. Oh, look at that. Myanmar in front of the Philippines.
Wow.
And Vietnam with 26 points. So 3 races left today. Three races left for these SEA Games. Tomorrow we should be having, I believe, 2 races tomorrow and 1 race on the final day. If we have 8 races, Mickey, one of those races will be taken off of each team. So the worst result for each team will be canceled.
Now it looks like we have a competitor trying to show his hard work. Recovery of 83 hours. I think that's Pop, or is that Chusit on board? Yeah, he's really showing how hard he had to work out there.
I love how they really trying to communicate.
He's chuckling right there. He's chuckling right there. He knows what he's doing, Pop. He's a good mate of mine. Yeah, but definitely we have 3 races to go, and after 8 complete races, like Jan said, each competitor is able to discard or take away the worst race in their racing series. So if they have a worst race of 5th, they will take out 5 points from their overall results. And seems like Team Thailand here is just keeping everything together, cleaning up their crew, and they got to be very proud with what they've done so far today and yesterday.
Absolutely, they're just doing a really great job. We've had 5 races, they've won 4 of them. So commanding lead right now for Team Thailand. So very good. This will probably take a little bit of pressure. I hope a little bit of pressure off of their shoulders right now because, well, it's just not easy. You know, you're sailing at home. You're carrying the colors of your country, and on top of it, you know, you have Her Majesty the Queen, which is sailing on your boat. I'm sure they've got a little bit of pressure on their shoulders. So this is really good for Team Thailand, and it looks like the more the win, the better they feel, and the more they're out in front. So
yeah, definitely, and home. You can say home advantage maybe with that local knowledge, but to Nizam. I'm sure he's a little gutted today, and looks like we're going to set up for an interview with the Team Malaysia over here. And he's definitely performed a little better than he did yesterday, but maybe not where he wants to be. So it'll be quite interesting to hear what he has to say.
Yeah, so that's Carolina right there. She's our on-water reporter. She's just hopped on to Team Malaysia, so we should be expecting her to cut in at any moment to give us interview with Nizam, the skipper. So we'll just see what she has to say.
Jan,
Looks like they're testing the mic right now.
I love their fighting spirit. They don't stop. They keep trying to fight, trying to get that extra edge, trying to find that opportunity to come and fight back if they can. And it's exactly as Nizam said today in that interview. So
yeah, but you know, Mickey, I mean, they've got 2 races today. They've got basically 3 hours to make it work. So
gotta make some magic happen.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so it's 3 hours is a long time for a sporting event, but interview. Okay,
here we go.
Let's listen in to what Nizam has to say to Carolina.
Hello, congratulations, second race today and second position. You made really good decision going to the opposite side. What can you say about this race?
The second race, like yesterday, at the end, the wind changed a bit to the right and more pressure. So we decided to just go on the right. Looking downwind, the first downwind, we gained from the left, looking downwind. So for sure, the upwind, we want to go the same side. So I think it really paid off, and we really did good gain, and also with the Thai team, we have a good gain. So we are happy on the last race with everything.
And the first race, you finished on the 3rd position. It was ups and downs during the race.
Okay, the first race we are very close battle with all of 5 boats. We have a few opportunity lines. We did a comeback at the end, but not enough to get a second place. But we are happy with it. At the end, when you get improving one position each race, so you should be happy. You know, this is tough fleet. One mistake you are behind, or one wrong decision you are behind. So to gain every race, every beat out, every downwind, which is good for us.
We're in the middle of the SEA Games, so you have 3 races left. What is your idea? How can you improve your sailing to beat SSL Team Thailand?
Okay, to be honest, they have a fast boat. To be honest, I wish that we can swap with them, and we will see how it goes. But it's okay. We keep chasing them. We will make them not an easy win. We will fight, and we will see how it goes.
Thank you very much, and good luck.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Carolina, for that on-water interview. And I guarantee you it has nothing to do with the boats.
A bit controversial, you'd like to say, maybe.
Yeah, that's what you want to think, but they're all exactly the same, and they've been set up exactly the same. So it's not that. We definitely saw the differences between the windward as the boats were going up with the mainsails. Some of them flogging, some of them not flogging. Turns out the ones that aren't flogging are out in the front. So anyway, that's this is all dock talk. Anyways, let's concentrate here on the overall results. Again, as we said, Thailand in the lead with 7 points. That's a healthy lead over a second place for Malaysia right there. Ladies and gentlemen, I think you can take out your calculators and start predicting what could possibly happen with our 3 races left. And as we've seen the tendencies, remember, anything can happen, as we did see yesterday, some epic sails into the water.
Yeah, definitely, Jan.
So thank you very much, everybody. Let's take a look here at the highlights of the day, and we will see you tomorrow for race number 6 of the 33 SEA Games.